Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to Minds Behind the Music. I am your host, LA. Today's video is a rather short but very serious topic. It is about the uh, bassist and co lead vocalist of Blink 182, Mr. Mark Hoppus. Now, I know that this news has been going around lately, at least in the realm of music listeners and musicians and all that. But this news is about how he was recently diagnosed with cancer. I think sometime in like the middle of the year, he was recently diagnosed with it, and he recently took to social media about his cancer diagnosis and how he spent a couple months fighting it. He's been currently fighting it, and I have an article review to go over first, which I'll get into. But I'll first tell you this: I never really got into Blink 182. I've never really been a fan of the band. I have never actually taken time to listen to it. But what I do know is that Mark Hoppus is a very stand-up guy, very down-to-earth person, very active, outgoing musician, which I very much respect that about him. And I know he's a very dedicated player and a very dedicated singer because of his history with Blink 182 and, his connections with other musicians as well. So there's a lot that goes on with uh, Mark Hoppus over here. But before I go any further, I will show you the article. Now, this is an article that Billboard published, and it was called Mark Hoppus Reveals He's Battling the Same Cancer His Mother Beat. My blood's trying to kill me. Damn. Regardless of, whoever he is, I know, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Blink 182. I still would never wish something like this on anybody, not even my worst enemy, to say the least. It's a terrible thing to go through, and I wish him the best. Now let's hear what he has to say. I've been able to talk to her and bond with her quite a bit, the Blink 182 singer told fans during a Q&A. A month after revealing to the fans that he's been undergoing chemotherapy treatment for an unspecified form of cancer, Blink 182 bassist singer Mark Hoppus elaborated on his diagnosis during a candid Q&A with Chilean Blink fans. The cancer isn't bone related, it's blood related. My blood's trying to kill me, said Hoppus. He also added that he has been suffering from a known side effect of treatment commonly referred to as chemo brain, which causes him to forget names and information he would normally have close at hand. Later on, Hoppus spoke in depth for the first time about this type of cancer he's been diagnosed with, which was diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. Hoppus was shared he was going in for a PET scan on Wednesday, July 14th, which was going to require him to sit around all day, skip fruit, sugar, carbs, alcohol, or gum during the long procedure, aimed at testing whether his months of chemotherapy have been working. Ideally, I go in tomorrow, they say, congratulations, your chemotherapy has worked and you are all done and you'll never have to think about this cancer again for the rest of your life. Hoppus said. Even then, he added, if they say that all the cancer is gone, he still needs to do 3 more rounds of chemo just to make sure. Which I'm all I think that's I think that's definitely a very optimistic thing to think about. I'm really out here wishing he gets those, that he gets exactly what he wants or gets exactly what he wishes for in this treatment. I know that going through chemotherapy is one of the most difficult things to go through. Like not just having cancer, but I heard that, you know, there's a lot that goes into it, and I'm I wish him the best and I give him props for that. I can see that he's fighting really hard, and I'm rooting for him. If the results are not as clear, Hoppus said he might need to undergo a bone marrow transplant. But in keeping with his positive attitude throughout, he added, "We're beating this cancer. It's just a matter of time." According to the Lymphoma Research Foundation, DLBCL is the most common type of non Hodgkin lymphoma, NHL, in the United States worldwide, accounting for about 22% of newly diagnosed cases of B-cell NHL in the United States. The organization reports that more than 18,000 people are diagnosed with DLBCL each year. It describes the cancer as an aggressive, fast-growing NHL that affects B lymphocytes as a type of white blood cell that makes antibodies to fight infection and serve as an important part of the lymphatic system. Though it can occur in childhood, most cases are in patients over 60 who typically see the cancer develop in lymph nodes or in extranodal sites, such as the gastrointestinal tract, testes, thyroid, skin, breast, bone, brain, or any other organ. DLBCL can be localized in one spot, according to the foundation, or spread throughout the body. And despite being an aggressive form of lymphoma, it is considered potentially curable. Let's see, Blink one Blink 182's Mark Hoppus shares post chemotherapy photo. Let's have a look at that before I continue with the article. I think this might have been the one that he posted on Instagram. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Yeah, it might have been the one on Instagram or the one on Twitter. All right, here we go. Let me just fix the volume real quick, just so it's not overbearingly loud.
On Wednesday, June 23rd, the Blink 182 singer and bassist took to social media writing, "For the past 3 months, I've been undergoing chemotherapy for cancer. I have cancer. It sucks and I'm scared. And at the same time, I'm blessed with incredible doctors and family and friends to get me through this. I still have months of treatment ahead of me, but I'm trying to remain hopeful and positive. Can't wait to be cancer free and see you all at a concert in the hopefully near future. Love to you all." He followed up with a lighthearted shot of himself in the hospital captioned, "Yes, hello, one cancer treatment, please."
Oh yes, yes, that is the Instagram story post that he made. Hold on. That is the Instagram story post that he made about telling his fans. I think it was like right after he posted that he was battling cancer. You can see right here. Mm.
Oh, one cancer treatment, please. While it's unclear what type of cancer the 49-year-old rocker is battling, he can be sure Travis Barker and Tom DeLonge are always in his corner. Travis told E! News, "Mark is my brother and I love and support him. I will be with him every step of the way on stage and off, and can't wait for us to play together again soon." Meanwhile, Tom tweeted, "I too have been aware of Mark Hoppus' cancer diagnosis for a while now, and to add to his own words that he used today, I would also like to say that he is strong and a superhuman who is pushing through this difficult obstacle with a wide open heart." For more on this story, head to Billboard.com. For Billboard News, I'm Jordan Rolling. Blink 182's Mark Hoppus is keeping things.
Oh yeah, and this was the 4th of July post that he put. I think he put this on both his Twitter and his Instagram, as it says right here. The cancer haver wishes you a happy 4th of July weekend. At least he's still very cheery about it. I very I very much like that. I love seeing his optimism. But let's get back into this article because this is where he figured out the type of cancer he had. All right. Asked if his mother has given him any advice, Hoppus said that she has because she beat the exact same form of cancer. I've been able to talk with her and bond with her quite a bit. He said of his mother, who he noted had breast cancer twice and DLBCL once. So man, she beat cancer 3 times. And props to her. She's incredible. He also described the harsh side effects the 3 rounds of chemo have had so far, saying the first one made him feel like I was a zombie that fell into an electric fence, and that one was just being shocked. Damn, that's how you know. That's damn. While he felt very weak and tired during round 2 and was violently ill during round 3, said chemotherapy is. Props to anyone who's battling cancer. I wish you nothing but the best, and especially Mr. Hoppus. Hoppus also said the classification of his DLBCL is a stage 4A, the highest level in which other organs beyond the lymph nodes are involved. According to the Healthline, most people with DLBCL are not diagnosed until later stages because they don't often have outward symptoms until the disease has progressed. My classification is diffuse large BCL lymphoma stage 4A, which means, as I understand it, it's entered 4 parts of my body, Hoppus said. I don't know how exactly they determine the 4 part of it, but it's entered enough parts of my body that I'm stage 4, which I think is the highest that it goes. So I'm in stage 4A. Asked music listeners what music he listens to during chemo. Hoppus said he doesn't listen to any or eat any of his favorite foods because when he's done, he doesn't want to have any of those things associated with his treatment. So I don't listen to songs I like, and I don't want anything associated with being in the chemo chair, he said. That is actually completely understandable because I would think that, if this is a really tough time for him, and he would end up listening to music while he's doing it, I think it would probably mess him, like, not be good for him mentally, because, like, when he listens to the song, he doesn't want to be thinking about, oh, this is when I was listening to this song while I was going through chemotherapy, and that was a big part, and that's all I'm going to think about with it. So I guess that's very much understandable as to why he doesn't want to eat any of his favorite foods during that, or listen to any of his songs, or listen to any songs that he likes, or listen to any music that he likes, because it's it's very easy to relate to something like this, to a big bad situation like this that would affect your health, and that would have also affect you mentally. Now that his hair has fallen out, Hoppus joked that he really wanted to buy the worst toupee and walk around with it just to mess with people. Unfortunately, he can't leave the house because his white cell count is so low that he can't take a chance on getting sick by walking around outside. He ended the 10-minute chat by giving props to a fan who suggested they give thanks and gratitude for something in their life. Let's do that. I'm excited that I get to get scanned tomorrow and see if this chemo is working, he said. So I will take it. Check out the Hoppus fan Q&A below. I'll link this in the description so you guys can, have a look for this interview yourself. Now, I noticed that he's been very, very cheerful, very optimistic about his, since his cancer diagnosis, and him undergoing treatment, because I think having cancer and going through chemotherapy is probably what's one of the most difficult things somebody can go through. And I know there's a lot of, like, health ailments, a lot of things that happen to your appearance as well, because sometimes your hair falls out, and there's just a lot that goes on through that. And for him to have such a bright outlook on all of this is just incredible. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mr. Hoppus, and you know the rest of the band, as you saw from that video that I just played, and the former guitarist from the band, Tom DeLonge, um, give him his support, and he has so much support from his fans, and that's just an absolutely beautiful thing. And I one thing I do have with good memories of Mark Hoppus, and I'll see if I could play this, and if not, I'll just cut this from the video. But it's a CollegeHumor video. It's the bassist look too bored, and I have to say it's one of my all-time favorite videos, like, ever to have been made, and I can't help but play it. He's one of I always relate Mark Hoppus to this video, and shout out to CollegeHumor for this video. Hold on. Just,
Faces, please stop plucking. That includes slapping.
I'm an intergalactic sex alien, so...
No, you're not, James. Come on, sit down, man. Bassists, we need to talk about the problem. We have to stop looking so bored on stage when we play. Who's with me? Anyone opposed? All right, the motion carries. Let's take a look at something. What's going on here? I mean, does he even know that he's in The Who? And this, Dave Matthews' bassist is bored performing in front of 60,000 people.
I've noticed that, like, a lot of That's one of my. That's. I'm really glad that this video was made, and I wonder if he had a hand in writing this, because this is beyond accurate. Like, there's always like a lot of bassists, and I'm guilty of this too, tend to like have this expressionless face when they're playing. It's like it's like they're telling people like, oh, I don't want to play this instrument, it's boring. Like, and people are not going to want to see that. We need to be uplifting with our instrument.
Some of us are doing our part. Flea, always fun to watch, right? Les Claypool, the consummate performer. Chin-bearded hardcore guys, terrific work, seriously. But this is just the minority. To change perception, we just need to change a few things. Now, who can tell me what's going wrong here?
He's wearing his bass too low?
No, his feet are planted on the ground. He's not moving at all. Don't be afraid to explore the stage. You can walk around. You can run around. You can skip. You can jump. Have some fun.
Hi, Max Hammerton, formerly of Blue 42, currently bandless. What if our singer has specifically instructed us not to go to his area?
Fuck your singer, okay? The whole area is yours.
Oh, man. Oh, man. F your singer. Let's play that again. That's too great.
Hi, Max Hammerton, formerly of Blue 42, currently bandless. What if our singer has specifically instructed us not to go to his area?
Fuck your singer, okay? The whole area is yours.
That's right. Don't take no shit from any singer. The stage is yours. You gotta make it. You gotta make that. You gotta show them your stage presence, because when you're don't let any other member of the band tell you how you should act when you're on stage. I mean, obviously don't be obscene or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, with moving around and grooving, don't let them tell you how to act with that. That is your right, and that is your that is your ability, because when you're great, you got to show them you're great.
Uh-oh, I see something going wrong here. Look, never talk to your drummer during the performance, okay? Yes.
Hi, Mark Kitley from the Savage Sewer Survivors. Just curious, what if we're talking to the drummer about what we're going to do after the show when the singer and the guitarist are off having sex with groupies?
Look, don't talk to your drummer at all during the performance. Me and my drummer Travis, we don't talk during the show. We don't even talk after the show, actually.
I like that podium that he has. It's like a jazz bass, and he got an Ibanez, and he has an Epiphone. I think my first bass looked like that. I think that might have been the same exact model that my first bass was.
Okay, and see this? No matter how simple or repetitive the bass part that you're playing is, don't just sit there and check your cell phone, okay? No chick wants to get with a dude who has a high score in Temple Run. They want to get with a rock star. Give them some eye contact, right? Look at them, sing along with them, wink at them, give them a little nut shake, liven it up a little bit. And remember, when the whole band jumps, you jump too, right? Now look, drummers spend the entire show sitting down, and they're still killing it. My point, ladies and gentlemen, is that we make a lot of fucking money performing in front of people, playing music that we love. We should enjoy ourselves up there. I mean, look at this guy. He's having fun. So what do you say? I mean, look at this guy.
I wonder who that is. I wonder who that guy is. I wonder who that guy is.
So what do you say? Can we have a good time?
She really called Travis.
Oh man, that's gold. That's old, but like that video is just gold. I can't. He's right though. Like, we can't. We all gotta like not look so bored up on stage, like, as bass players. And I think that's like I feel like no other bass player could have told that message better than he did. And it's like, oh, perfection, just absolute perfection. As with Mark Hoppus, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you good health, and I wish that, I really hope the chemo's working too, and I wish you a speedy recovery when that happens. I cannot imagine what you're going through with this treatment, but either ways, I just wish you nothing but the best, and I'm glad that you have support from friends, family, and fans, like everyone out there that's giving you their unconditional support. Like, it's just incredible, and I wish you nothing but the best. You and I really hope that, when this is all done, you could, go out and tour and start touring again and playing shows, and not look bored on stage, because I know you definitely got energy and you're a stand-up guy. But that's about it, guys. I hope you just like the video, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. Any other updates regarding the podcast will be on my Instagram at LA Perez Works. Just I any other information regarding the podcast will also be there, and just keep in mind of that. And again, Mr. Hoppus, Mark Hoppus, I wish you nothing but my unconditional support. You are absolutely legendary, and you always seem like a great stand-up guy. So take care, guys, and as always, stay tuned.